Good evening to one and all. This evening I will do a video of St. John Parish Church once again. Starting from the corner here. Once again, I'm looking at St. John Parish Church cemetery, which is attached to the church, but this is the burial ground for the church. This is where they bury the people now, since the cemetery in the church is filled. People get buried over here. So I think this is where the late Sir Charles Anthony Williams, better known as Carl Williams, has been laid to rest. This road will lead back to St. John Primary School. You can see St. John Primary School here, the orange building. This road will lead back to St. John Primary School via Colleton, Cliff Cottage, Coach Hill, Bath, and Cosmington College. Or I can lead you back to the large school at Messiah Street. This way will lead you back to Gall Hill via Four Roads and Pool in St. John, and back to the parish of St. George of Golden Ridge, Gun Hill, Golden Ridge, Newberry, Gun Hill, St. George Parish Church, and Charles Bridge. So this is St. John's Cemetery. I believe this is where the late Sir Charles Anthony Williams, better referred to as Carl Williams, has been laid to rest. The church cemetery. This is 400 meters away from the church. And this is where the St. John Parish Church, via Clifton Hall, Church View, and so on. The sun is hot this evening. You can also access the parish of St. Philip, which is also to the east of the island of St. John. You can access St. Philip from here as well. Mostly by the prison on that side of St. Philip. Yeah. So St. John Parish Church cemetery here again. So I will now make my way over to the church. St. John Parish Church. Go back to St. John's Church Cemetery. So this is where the St. John Parish Church via Church View, Clifton Hall, Martins Bay, Newcastle, and that side of St. John, and even into the parish of St. Joseph. We can access from here as well. All the parking space for the church. St. John Parish Church is a historic church. Gives awesome views of the East Coast, and not only that, it is well visited by tourists daily. This evening there's an organ recital. That is my reason for coming up here this evening. Sunday the 29th of September 2024. Supposed to be an organ recital, so I want to come to that. It starts at 5 and it is now 3:45, so I have time to like tour the church and show you guys around the church. This church gives awesome views of the East Coast and the Atlantic Ocean from northeast to southeast. The entire eastern side of the island, because as you can see, we are to the east of the island at the moment. So this way back to the Clifton Hall with Church View, Newcastle, Martins Bay, Edgecliff, and that side of St. John. It says, "Welcome to St. John Parish Church, a classic Gothic church situated on a cliff overlooking the picturesque East Coast. A historical heritage site that was first used for worship in 1645. The churchyard, one can view the final resting place of our late Prime Minister and Parliamentary Representative for 23 years, the Honorable David John Howard Thompson. The times of services here as well. So now, making my way through the church to do a tour around the church before the recital starts. This is the rectory here, where the priest used to live, and a brief history of the rectory. St. John's Rectory. So the service, the organ recital should be starting about 5. St. John Parish Church is a historic church, a Gothic church, here to the eastern side of Barbados. It is an Anglican church. All St. John's Church, you can see the East Coast, you can see the East Coast from here. In time, I will show you guys around the East Coast. So this is inside of the church now. The beautiful, magnificent Gothic St. John Parish Church. The pipes for the organ up here. So before I go to the churchyard, I will show you guys inside the church. The beautiful marble font, baptismal font. Under our feet lie tombstones as well. And this is the statue depicting Madonna and Child. Hi, good evening. This is all the beautiful, magnificent St. John Parish Church here in Barbados. Again, the lovely Johannes organ that we're going to be playing this evening. This is the plaque in memory of the Fraser family. Professor Henry Fraser, who was a heart surgeon and a lecturer at university. This is in memory of his parents, in memory of Robert Stewart Fraser, his father, born the 15th of October 1903 and died the 6th of April 1993, parochial treasurer of this parish from 1944 to 1959, and Lorraine Mitchinson Fraser, who was born the 17th of July 1911 and died the 26th of October 1993. She was the postmistress of this parish from 1941 to 1960. She was Professor Henry Fraser's mother. So this new Johannes organ that they have, they're going to be practicing on it, doing a recital on it this evening. At 5 o'clock. So I'll be staying for that. You can see the pipes for the organ. The original organ used to be upstairs years ago. Before it was a detached console. It was a whole organ. The organ used to be upstairs. So this is St. John's churchyard. And from here we can overlook the East Coast, the picturesque East Coast. So this is northeasterly that I'm looking at now. Northeasterly. We can see down to Church View in St. John. This is just beneath the church where Clifton Hall, Church View is beneath Clifton Hall. You can see Church View and you can see the entire East Coast. We have St. Joseph's and St. Andrew, which is northeasterly. You can see all out of Bathsheba and St. Joseph. And we can see all across the Chalky Mount and the Catawash area. Chalky Mount is in St. Andrew. The name Chalky Mount came about because of the hills there are made of clay. That's how we got the name Chalky Mount. And we can see all up in the hills. So right now, St. Joseph, I'm looking into the Scotland district. St. Joseph and St. Andrew are the two parishes in Barbados, best referred to as the Scotland district, and they are to the east of the island. They are referred to as the Scotland district because of their resemblance to the Scotland countryside, and they are the parishes in Barbados that carry the most hills as well. This is, you can see all of Martins Bay and St. John as well, all on the east coast. St. John's churchyard. And you can see the brief history of the church here. St. John Parish Church, first erected in 1645, destroyed by fire and rebuilt in 1676, destroyed by hurricane and rededicated in 1836. So when this recital starts, we'll be getting some good footage for you. So in this church, you will find some graves of some prominent Barbadians. You will find some of the graves of some prominent Barbadians, both prime ministers and others who made a contribution to this parish. This is the grave of the mayor's tomb, the mayor's family. So each tomb tells a story. There's even a colored tomb section here in St. John churchyard. The mayor's family. And the Estwick tomb. So most Mearses, Samuel Lewis Mears. By the way, I'm a part of the Mears family. My mother is a Mears. My mother, one of my aunts, and two uncles are Mearses. And my grandfather was a Mears from St. Joseph. The Mears family mostly originated in St. Joseph and St. John here in Barbados. But most of their descendants would have been from England. The grave of Samuel Lewis Mears, born 1834 and died in 1922. By grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is a gift of God. Ephesians 11 verse 8. Erected by his children. So Samuel Lewis Mears was originally from England. You know, he moved to Barbados and he got his ancestry here in Barbados. I guess you can hear the organ started already. This is the map showing you the list of tombs in the churchyard. The grave of Ivy Branch Bradshaw, née McConney, who died the 30th of August 1974 at the age of 91 years. Iris Branch Bannocky and her daughter Ivy Branch Bradshaw, née McConney, died the 30th of August 1974 at the age of 91. And her daughter Iris Branch Bannocky, Silver Crown of Merit, who died the 2nd of September 1988 at the age of 73. Iris Branch Bannocky was the founder of Andromeda Botanical Gardens, which is at Bathsheba in St. Joseph on the East Coast as well. You can see down to Bathsheba from here. Well, Andromeda Botanical Gardens, which deals with plants, was founded by the late Iris Branch Bannocky in the 1950s. She was a horticulturist. When she died in 1988, the Botanical Gardens were released over to the Barbados National Trust. This is the colored tomb section, where the colored people are buried. As I said before, each grave tells a story. The grave of Richard E. Chase, born the 30th of March 1857 and died the 8th of May 1944. Robert Skinner, born 1972 and died in 1992. He would have been 19 years and 3 months. Alice G. Chase, born 1868 and died in 1946. Stanley Skinner. So most of these Chase and Skinner family are buried in here. A lot of plantation owners in St. John are also laid to rest here at St. John Parish Church. The grave of Ethan Gollett, who would have been the grandfather of former leader of opposition, Ralph Thorne. That would be his grandfather, and he would be also the grandfather of Sir Fred Gollett. And the grave of Ivan Wilfred Weeks, born July 1911 and died July 1983. Winifred Ursula Weeks, born 1915 and died in 2012. So this is a very historic cemetery. Each tomb tells a story. Some have the story engraved on the tomb, and some you have to do research to get the answers. in loving memory of Trevor Delia Davis, who was born the 6th of August 1931 and died the 14th of July 1973. For those of you who are from Barbados and affiliated with Barbados, if you know the name Trevor's Way or heard of Trevor's Way, or you know where it is, down on the way to the port, going down to the port in town, by the harbour, where you can watch the sea on the boats, down by the fish market, down Princess Alice, where Trevor's Way was named after him, Trevor Delia Davis, who lost his life in a motor accident on the 14th of July 1973 at the Four Cross in St. George at Boarded Hall, where there's a roundabout now. Boarded Hall, which borders St. George and Christchurch. Trevor Davis lost his life there. And we'll go to the grave of our Prime Minister, David Thompson. David Thompson would have been, let me see, Harold Barrow, Tom Adams, Boy St. John, Sandiford, Wanafa. David Thompson would have been the 6th Prime Minister. He succeeded Wanafa. David Thompson served briefly though because he died in office. David Thompson was born in England originally to Barbadian parents, a white mother and a black father, both Barbadian. Margaret Knight, who was the secretary for the Barbados for the Democratic Labour Party, Harold Barrow, secretary. Margaret Knight, a white Barbadian who lived in England. Well, she was David Thompson's mother. I think she's still alive. She would have to be in her 90s by now. She was David Thompson's mother. And David Thompson lived in Barbados all his life. He's a mixed race. He's a mulatto, like. He was a mulatto. He was born the 25th of December, 1961, Christmas Day, and died the 23rd of October, 2010, on my birthday. I remember when I got the news that he died, when my mother waked me up in the morning early, that was for my 17th birthday, when she told me that David Thompson passed away. For the whole of 2010, he was ailing, and he got worse. As the year went by, he was planning to step down, but he didn't. He died in office. That is how Founder Stewart took over the government. You know the Pot House Village? Pot House, St. John. Pot House Village. This is just beneath the church here where the Pot House front is. And you can see the southeastern now, on the southeastern coastline. You can see Bath Beach in St. John, where the former cable and wireless Earth satellite station is. And you can see across the St. Philip, all southeast. St. Philip, where the lighthouse is, the East Point Lighthouse, and you can see Ragged Point and Skeets Bay, all in St. Philip. You can see the David Thompson Polyclinic over here as well. Before I forget, St. John is the parish in which most of the white Barbadian population originated from. This is the binoculars here where you can get a good view of the East Coast. You have to put in $1. This is the sundial here as well. So St. John is the parish in which most of the white Barbadian population originated from. Most of them came in as indentured servants. Their descendants came in as indentured servants from Ireland and Scotland. That's with St. John, the parish is filled with white people. Some of them moved out, and some of them still live in the parish. White people, white Barbadians such as Professor Henry Fraser, who was a lecturer at the university, which they read a plaque in the church about his parents, who was the postmistress, and the other one was the parochial church treasurer. Professor Henry Fraser, he is from St. John. He's a white Barbadian, as well as the Goddards, who own the Goddard group of companies with the Courtesy Garage and the former Goddard group of companies. And Sir Kiffin Simpson, the guy who owns Simpson Motors, which is the agents for our Suzuki vehicles in Barbados. He is also a white Barbadian from St. John, and many more. The Seeley tomb and the Haynes tomb. The Haynes family who helped build St. John Parish Church, and they were plantation owners. The Haynes family who came originally from Worcester in England. And they had plantations in St. John. and they helped to build St. John Parish Church. Silly tune here. So this is St. John's Parish Church. Hi, 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 hi. St. John's Parish Church, Anglican Episcopal, here to the eastern side of the island. The grave of Ferdinando Paleologus. He was buried upright. The grave, he is buried upright. It says here, lieth the body of Ferdinando Paleologus, descended from the emperor line of the last Christian emperors of Greece. Church warden of this parish from 1655 to 1656. Vestryman 20 years, who died the 3rd of October 1678. Last grave before I show you guys the East Coast. Some more of the East Coast again. Thank you guys for watching now. Have a blessed evening.